We've got a few seconds where it doesn't record us. Yeah, we just make crazy hand gestures. Anyway, this is just the random morning update. You know, the armchair activism on Facebook is really bothering me, this thing about Paris. And, you know, not France's keeper. That's what I don't understand, because they're posting all these things. President Obama, when are you going to do something? First off, we just killed Jihad John with a drone. I'm not sure who you think is doing that, but it's a guy that played video games as a kid. When our country asked who is a patriot, stood up and said, "Here, here." And with the drone, he killed Jihad John. That's who that is. You'll probably never know this kid's name. I guarantee this is a 23-year-old kid behind a drone that killed Jihad John. And they want to know when President Obama is going to do something. And that they don't realize that yes, the media is biasing it towards France's Air Force. Most people don't even know France had an Air Force. France's job is to protect itself in this world. France, of all countries, knows what a dangerous world that we live in. You know, if World War II didn't teach him anything, that's why I don't understand. And not that I wouldn't, you know, don't believe that we're, you know, who's bombing France is a coalition led by the United States. If you do not believe their fighter jockeys came to this country or had guys from our country, or bought simulators from this country, or learned from this country, a country called Boeing, whoever makes those airplanes, I would beg to differ. Someone's like, where is this going? When did the show take this twist? But again, it's not President Obama's responsibility to safeguard France. It's France's responsibility. It's our responsibility to step up as a friend and say, you know, Alamo, Alamo, Alamo. You know, and if you do not believe that we do not have jets in Germany, if you do not believe we have a massive strike force of airplanes poised in Germany, and I don't even know that for a fact, I just believe that to be true because I have faith in our country. And in some ways, you know, and that's you know, and Summer doesn't really know about history, but Germany was. It shows that your worst enemy can become your best friend. And vengeance isn't the answer. We could have wiped Germany off the face of the earth. And if you do not believe Germany and the minds of the German people, who are, you know, to me some of them in the dog world, the most innovative people in the world. It's the fatherland. And anybody who tells you Germany's not the fatherland of dog breeds doesn't know very much about dogs. But yes, and I believe my friend Lance is stationed in Germany, and he's got hound dogs, and he's been deployed many, many times. And if you don't think they can call these guys to arms, and that we don't have fighter jocks that, you know, are the real Top Gun, you don't know who these guys are. You do not know who these guys are. These guys are cut from a different cloth. And if you don't think that these guys would jump in a jet, you know, at whoever it is, the Secretary of the Navy, or whoever it is that calls Alamo, and that these guys don't go and kill our enemies, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. So these chicks, and most of these vicious bullies on Facebook seem to be women, that want to go on there and say, I wish President Obama had balls enough to do this. We got plenty of guys, and I'm not going to say him by name, but he's the brother of one of our clients, and he's one of our guys in the Someone to Watch Over Me department. And I'm going to tell you what we better change in this country. And someone's like, I hope the CIA doesn't see this. But what we better do is develop a policy called Snitches Get Riches. Because we're fighting a war with people that we do not speak the language and a culture we don't understand. So we better make friends within this culture. And I'll tell you, I've got an idea how we could, possibly influence dirt poor people who are angry in third world countries. Give them money. Snitches get riches, because we do not speak. And this guy that I'm talking about, his father is an intellectual. These people are intellectuals. That's what makes me angry. I don't know who you think the people that make up our intelligence and all that are. And yes, trust me, they're scrambling right now. And I can guarantee you, they are going to universities and stuff looking for young, and these are going to be young males, and I'm not ruling out women at all, because I'm sure there are girls that can do it too. Young, hyper-intelligent, tech-savvy young males who wasted their youth playing video games that can show you real quick how to hack into Shihad John's Facebook page. Because now that's what they're saying, because they didn't pick up on chatter, this, that, and the other. Okay, they figured out your chatter. They're saying they use social media or whatever. So, that's where the war needs to go. We're fighting a different enemy, and that's what I said. Paris better get, or France better get better spies. Your bomb dogs, you better have these dogs that'll, they can smell this stuff. I don't think, and when people ask me, how did the American Labrador change the world? Because an American Marine said, I think that's a bomb over there. And rather than go, the American Labrador said, I'll go take a look-see. That's how we changed the world. And no, Germany's dogs can't do that. That's how they changed the world. Germany's dogs can't do that. And it's sad that we had to develop that because of a war. The dogs that were developed in the American field are the dogs that are doing that. So they better start breeding these dogs, and you're fighting a different war. Snitches get riches, that's what it is. They gotta be good ones, though. You can't just give them to everybody. We gotta have our guy on the right side. When people say, they need to do this and that. Well, we've got sneakers on the ground. Okay, sneakers. We need to get more. So, there you go.